good evening, good morning, good night, you lovelies. It is the one, the only Cappy D Bar. We are here. Our weekly world report. Now, this is going to cover a lot of topics, all right? If you're new to this, I'm not going to always give this intro, but we're not going to be talking about sports things. This is more just the worldly things, everything happening, all right, in the culture right now. I just think it's interesting. We just get all of our thoughts out, all right? Listen, I'm not going to skip over a very important piece of Black history, being altered this week. We almost lost one of the best poets, all right, and philosophers of our time, all right, and Offset, mama, hey, if we lose Offset, we're going to lose, all right, a vital member of the Black community. All right, no more joking. Offset was apparently shot. He was apparently shot in the leg or in the side of his stomach. TJ got arrested for it. Little TJ, who for those of you who don't know, Little TJ is a not underground rapper. He's not underground, but he's kind of regional. I feel like TJ is just more regional. Maybe I feel like the whole world isn't listening to TJ. I feel like a certain sector of New York is listening to TJ, or maybe just the East Coast, right? That's not really too much we're going to be getting into. TJ, he came out of the prison holding with his shirt off. He refused to put the shirt on, and then he tried to answer 5 different questions, all of them pertaining to Offset, and he answered them horribly. Whoever TJ's lawyer is probably having a real long day. TJ said he'd smack that nigga. So what we can deduct from that very simple statement, Offset may or may not owe this nigga Little TJ some money. Now, it's kind of unfortunate. For those of you who don't know, Takeoff, he was part of the Migos band. He was a part of the group Migos. He unfortunately, he was honestly taken out. That's all that was. It was an act of violence, and that led to Takeoff passing away. Unfortunately, how he passed away was due to a dice game, right? And Offset may or may not owing somebody some money out of a casino. It's and him almost losing his life over that. I don't know. It's a really unfortunate pattern, and I think if my memory serves me correctly, Offset was also at that dice game where Take lost. Man, rest in peace to Takeoff, man. Everything with Offset, it's just I just can't stop thinking about the Migos. And then he had that back and forth with Chris Brown, and that was a mess. There's so much has been happening with Offset and Quavo as well. It's just oh man, it's hard to see. But aside from Offset, again being in stable condition, I do wonder what the next piece of music from him is going to be. Listen, I think the best thing that Offset and Quavo could do right now is just link up, Migos reunion, bro. Migos reunion tour, get out the way, bro. And I don't know, maybe that sounds desperate, but I wouldn't hate a Migos reunion tour personally. I wouldn't hate that. Next on the docket, all right, we are going to be discussing, all right, a man named Deshae Frost. Now, if you don't know who that is, good. That means you're not rotted from the internet. You're not completely brain rotted from the internet. So that's a positive. Long story short, he's a streamer. He be around DDG and them. That's really all. There's all kind of subsections and shit. I don't know any of that. Quite literally, it's like Warhammer 40k. The streamer universe is literally like Warhammer 40k. It's so fucking weird. Basically, he open hand, I think, or close hand hit. He struck a girl pretty hard. She fell on her face. They're on a boat. Hypothetically, allegedly, it was because she refused any kind of sexual service. She was not a sexual worker, so she didn't really have to give anything up. It's just one of those things of men taking control of a situation and then being too arrogant and being too ignorant to understand that people are observing the situation around you. Again, one of those things that he just didn't care about. He got recorded, it went viral, and now all of his friends are just trying to do a cleanup tour. He's trying to do a cleanup tour, not really working. I think all of his fans also that are participating in that cleanup tour, get a fucking life, bro. Get a fucking life. Honestly, it's really weird. It's gross. But I mean, honestly, he's had a history of doing really gross things. He set up that stunt with Selena Powell, I think her name is. He set up this stunt with Selena Powell, saying that like, oh, she gave me herpes, and now it's like, as of now, I don't know if it went through, but she tried to sue for defamation because, again, it was a setup, it was a stunt for his live. It's like iCarly, like this shit's just iCarly to them. So it's like, if weird, wacky, cool shit happens, it's like more views, more, you know, more attention. Everybody's just thirsty for attention nowadays. So you know, that clearly fed into his Napoleon complex. You know, that doubling down on, you know, the kind of thirst for power that you have, you know, in the streaming and entertainment industry. A lot of men seem to just have that. Again, that paired with his you know, with his Napoleon disorder, it was a perfect storm for disaster. And again, everyone's just made very uncomfortable by this video. There is no excuse in the video. It's quite literally on some like Chris Brown shit. I'm not gonna lie, this nigga Deshae's like literally like Chris Brown. It's not even a joke. And I don't know, he will have access to more women. People will, you know, quote unquote forget about this, and, you know, bring him in the club around more drunk, vulnerable girls. And it's like, I don't really know. Apparently he got a talking to from DDG from being around some 19-year-old bro's 25. It's not cool. It's a lot of really cloudy shit. It's a lot of cloudy shit happening with that nigga. And personally, not a fan of it. But again, he has a platform, right? So it's dangerous. It's all fucking dangerous. And I'm not gonna sit here and just pretend like it's cool. It's not cool. And him being a part of the groups that he's in only makes his access that much scarier, right? And that much wider. Next thing we will be discussing is Ye. This nigga Ye. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of you, Kanye. I'm not a big fan of the government. Not a big fan of this nigga Kanye. So Kanye did this thing where he came back. He came back and he apologized, and he did all this performative fucking faux, like you know, apologetic bullshit. It's all just faux apologetic. Ye, if he is not a perfect case for what you know, fame and power will do to you, right? Then he is the perfect example of how manipulators and how geniuses craft their business models off of sympathy, off of empathy, and off of public sentiment. Kanye doesn't feel any way or another about you niggas being upset about his you know, his comments about black people. He doesn't feel any way or another about you niggas comments about you know, Jewish people. You think Ye really give a fuck? He don't care. He can buy an island and live there for the rest of his life, completely secluded and turned off from the entire world. And that's the kind of place that he's in, right? It really doesn't matter what he did in the past to him. So I don't even want to keep engaging with it. It's almost as if you know, Ye treats his comments and, you know, his effects on the outside world as just you know, a long day at work, you know, and like, oh, like I'm gonna take a shower, or like and I'm not even trying to like, you know, like be like symbolic or anything. Oh, like I'm gonna get baptized, I'm gonna do this, and then all of a sudden I'm just gonna wash myself of all of these sins. I'm just gonna, you know, Christ loves me, he'll accept me as new. And it's like, brother, you made a song titled HH that white supremacists are riding around and like forming murderous thoughts to, and I'm just supposed to accept you for who you are. Bro, fuck Kanye. It's really as simple as that. It's fuck Kanye, bro. He has nurtured an environment for hate and separation. He's a fucking weirdo. He's a weirdo. The music is not as good as it once was. I will not be talking about, you know, the you know, the sonic evolution of his sound from a college dropout to bully. Fuck that. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't. I heard maybe like 50 seconds of bully. Can I be honest with all of you? I think anything off of Yeezus blows bully out the fucking water. I think anything off of Yeezus blows this shit out the water. And even at Yeezus, he was a little Even after Yeezus, he was clearly showing signs that there was somebody else other than Kanye living up there. And now we're all just living with the fucking effects. And I don't know. I hate to be this guy that maybe I'm gonna offset another fucking Kanye trip, right? Because listen, Kanye's very tapped in. So the likelihood of him hearing this is very high on the spectrum of like statistics, right? So Kanye, listen to me clearly. You are one of the best musicians in the fucking world. You have all of the potential at your disposal right now. And all you have to do is live in your honesty. And whatever comes out, comes out. No more posturing, no more apologies, no more fucking gesturing. All right? Live in your truth, Kanye. And whatever it is, make it that. Because I can't keep getting, a kind of a marketing drum, right? A kind of media drum over and over again. And it just comes with this wave of fucking weird Nazbo fucking incels. And that's all we have to deal with because you're the Kanye West. It's like we're all at dispose. It's like we're all expendable to his massive fucking insane, album proportion. It's like we're all expendable to his massive fucking album projections. Like if he makes a song inspiring the next Dylan Roof, it was worth it because at least he moved 600 units of Ye merch. And now it's like, so where the fuck are we right now? Where are we as a society? Who gives a fuck anymore? I don't think Ye does. Maybe Kanye does. Maybe, just a slither. But I don't fucking know. He hasn't shown me enough to activate it. And all the celebrities going out there dick riding. Who's surprised? Fork Founding Kitchen. Man, I don't know, man. There's a lot of damage that Kanye has done, and I don't think an apology letter is enough. And I can acknowledge his mental illness. I can acknowledge that. I can also acknowledge that through your actions while you were having a mental episode, you inadvertently or consciously inspired hundreds to either accept hate or literally just push hate onto others through their actions. And it's sometimes both. I don't know. I hate to think that a good 808 is just gonna get this nigga out of accountability, because I'm not gonna lie, when the arrest and the Nuremberg trial start happening, Kanye, nigga, you're yes, artist and people aligned with the media at large that push messages at large to the public. Yeah, y'all gotta go. I'm sorry. When the change starts, people like Kanye, right? Even individuals who do nothing but hold our culture back, right? Like people like it's connection to people like Candace Owens, people like Nick Fuentes, right? People who spew just this awful misinformation about the black community, right? Who use statistics, right? And they create this false narrative about black individuals and black bodies. But when compared to white individuals and the white crime that they cause on large, it is bigger than any terrorist group in America. It is bigger than any radical left group in America, right? White men radicalized by Ben Shapiro, Charlie Kirk, Nick Fuentes, right? Even more, insane, more left individuals like Proud Boys, right? Like the Oath Seekers. Those are people who are simply driven by violence and hate. And Ye stood next to those people proudly, right? He created an environment where hate and division was emboldened. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, because you wrote a cute little letter, everything is forgiven and all is excused. No, Kanye, no. And I think that we have the choice and we have the gift to not accept him back and to not, just let him slip through the cracks with everything that he's done. Because he has done a lot. He's done way too fucking much to just sit here and be like, la 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 la, who cares? He said fuck Virgil. I'm not here to play with Kanye at all. I'm not listening to Bully. I'm not gonna sit here and give you guys some kind of big review for Bully. Fuck Bully. There's nothing to talk about with Bully. I think anything in Yeezus can clear bully any day of the week. There's not like it's that's how I feel about this shit. That's how I feel about it. I think anything off of graduation, this is where I am with Kanye, and this is where he chose to put himself, right? He chose to go on a fucking on a broke back mountain fucking presidential campaign with Milo Yiannopoulos, all right, and the world's most hated twink and Nick Fuentes. That's what he chose to do, right? And now I have to sit here and go, oh no, yeah, we accept you. No, I don't fucking accept you. No, so you can come back in the next 4 months or 5 months or a year and say some more irreprehensible, disgusting shit. No, yay. Respectfully, I don't have to. Aside from this, we are also going to be talking about Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow tripping. Brother out his fucking mind. He's out his fucking mind.
On the highway and trying to leave. He in my corner highway and trying to leave. He in my corner highway and trying to leave. Bro, fuck no.
Now, between me and you and the upload bar, I did have a first version of this Jack Harlow segment. I think it's going to be honestly engraved in engraved in time for how fucking funny it was. But of course, this laptop is a piece of shit and it deleted it, so that's neither here nor there. He goes out there in a Dr. Seuss cat in the hat outfit. It's maybe some of the funniest shit I think I've ever seen in my life. He does this neo soul thing, this kind of like R&B gimmick. It's trash. It sounds like he's trying to be the next Usher or the next, honestly, like the next, I don't even know, like D'Angelo. I don't listen. This music sounds like if Neo was an albino nigga from like the lower part of the Bronx, like from like the lower mills, maybe like that's what this shit sounds like. This sounds like a nigga from the Bronx or the nigga from New York who is the most grimiest person on earth, and he's trying to get this like sweet little love song out. Listen, I said it in my first little iteration. This nigga Jack Harlow would be better off going into a Locks fucking training camp. All right, get up there with Kiss. All right, and you get some bars on that paper, my nigga. I don't know if he needs to rewire his his writing structure. A lot of writers need to do that, just kind of keep the vibe fresh, keep the energy new. But this like little neo soul shit, I'm not with it. Hey, apparently this nigga Jelly Roll was a rapper as well. Hey, Post Malone. All I'm gonna say is that there's a pattern, it's noticeable. Okay, there's a pattern, it's noticeable. I'm not fucking with any of this neo. So, do you really see the color of your hair, baby? Like, no, I'm not with it. He needs to turn this shit. Yo, they made this fucking picture of this nigga like as Common, like with a Common album as like, but Jack Harlow, so fucking funny. He has like this fucking cat in the hat. Like, I don't know who the fuck designed this nigga. I don't know who put this video together. He's on like a busy like intersection. Like, he's just fucking wandering around aimlessly at a fucking intersection, chasing around this like little light-skinned Puerto Rican girl. I don't know what the fuck this video is, bro. It's very funny. But yeah, the white people need to stop using rap as a launching pad for their careers. Be a real fucking artist, all right? You want to, strum on guitars and shit? Do it, all right? The only white artist that really stayed to the roots was Mac Miller. Mac Miller went from rap to jazz, back to neo funk, back to rap. Funk and jazz are two cornerstones of rap. Fuck is we talking about? Like, I ain't got no smoke for Mac. Rest in peace, bro. But yeah, no, this is a very weird transition from Jack, and it's not a very good song. It's not a very good album. So this is not. It's not. Like, listen, the production is good. Everything sounds nice, but then you remember it's Jack Harlow. I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to? What are you doing? This, you know what this is? This is like fall pumpkin mom on my way to get my biracial kid from soccer practice music. That's what this shit is. If you like that, that's cool. I'm not really the biggest fan of it though. I give this a cool 1 out of 5 stars for production alone. Jack got to pick up a new pen or something, man. I don't know what the fuck this shit is. Aside from Trump tacoing out of Iran, apparently this deal has soured T-minus 5 hours ago from April 12th, 2 a.m. 5 hours or maybe like 10 hours from when I'm recording this right now. Apparently this deal soured via the vice president. Surprise, surprise, a deal that involves a country that got bombed kind of sours when the entire thing's a ceasefire and it's not supposed to get bombed. That's kind of how that works. But surprise, surprise, right? Who knows? Western imperialism just has funny little magical ways of not working sometimes. It's really weird how Trump will make an insane threat and the stock market will react, and then he'll make another insane threat and the stock market will keep reacting. It's almost like he's making money off of his claims to end the fucking world and send us all to a fiery grave. Isn't that so fun? Isn't that so fun that you're sitting and acting president is filling his pockets and his son's pockets and his son-in-law's pockets and his UAE buddies in pockets and his Russian buddies pockets? Isn't that so cool? Can't forget Israel. Hey, you can never forget Israel because they're fucking everywhere, literally everywhere. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. There's nothing about this war shit that's there's nothing about this war shit that's going away anytime soon, unless some drastic shit happens. That's all I'll say about that. Listen, this is going to be a long going issue. This is why they call it a quagmire. And it will be a quagmire done in our lifetime from a president that these niggas voted for. Who is these niggas? Look at those exit polls and you tell me who these niggas are. Huh? Let's talk about it. Yeah, so aside from Trump going Rambo commando on everybody, not only in NATO, in the halls of NATO, but in on Kick, the entire Kick world is on fire. He went after Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones, and Candace Owens, all just awful, just horrible people. But again, their stance on his invasion of Iran left him a little cross. He did a 500-word post. Unfortunately, though, he didn't leave out Nick Fuentes, as like it would be a hate crime against the gay community, along with a hate crime against the Mexican community and the Irish community. Three minorities. What can I say? A lot of qualifications for the hate crime. So he didn't really talk about Catboy Nikki, but he did get to all of the other Republican commentators that thought that this was maybe one of the stupidest fucking ideas he could have ever, one of the stupidest fucking ideas he could have ever thought of. But you know what? A lot of smart people don't like him, so he doesn't have a lot of intelligent individuals in his surrounding, so nobody tells him how stupid this shit is. I'm not surprised. And in his comments, he left just the Republican talk space just in absolute disarray. I love to see it. They're crumbling. Will Democrats take advantage of this? Probably not. Because a Democrat, all they do is they put the Band-Aid on the fucking massive cavity, and then when nothing gets done, they throw their hands up like, oh man, we tried. I don't know, they literally just kind of stall for the inevitable. And the reason that they do this is because they know that policy wise they align with Republicans, but the American people don't. It's just this really weird dichotomy we have to deal with in this country. Saying all of this to say, the Democrats will not pick up the pieces from the Republican Party being left in shambles, because I guarantee you, Candace Owens and Alex Jones, two honestly cornerstones of the MAGA kind of fandom, being just shattered, quote unquote. It's not going to bode well. It's not going to bode well for MAGA. And they're already kind of running like chickens with their heads cut off. It's not good. It's not good for any of these niggas. But you know what? I'm watching in glee. All right, enough of the Trump antics. I could talk about this nigga failing all day. It's very funny. We're going to be talking about the most discussed thing on the planet. No, we're not going to be talking about the genocide in Palestine, unfortunately, or the horrific actions happening in Sudan, Haiti, or Cuba. All things that deserve attention. We are going to be talking about Coachella, because yay, bread and fucking circus. Also, same reason I will not be discussing Artemis. I'm happy that everyone's healthy. Maybe they get superpowers. That's cool. But we've been to the moon more than once. We could have gone back multiple times. I understand everyone hey, everyone's all safe, everyone's all cool. But the sexualization and some of the kind of, I don't know, it just over infatuation with everything. It's very much bread and circus. I'm not a big fan of it. There are a lot of scary things happening in the world right now. But the moon landing in Coachella, right? It's so fun, so cool, so funky, so hip. right? Apparently Coachella has a stream embargo. Now, this may take up more of the video than you thought it would. There's a very interesting thing with streaming. It has changed the music industry. It has changed the movie, TV industry, because those are two completely different ball games. You don't believe me? Talk to a director in Hollywood. It has a really interesting way of just creeping up and just really changing the spectrum of a lot of things, right? Like even artists and independent creatives, they can go from rags to riches in an instant off of enough media out, like off of a proper social media algorithm, right? Just a right day, right place. And for Coachella to not understand that streaming is honestly it's the head honcho of entertainment nowadays, right? It's very interesting. It's almost as if you went somewhere and they told you that they don't do Apple Pay. It's one of those things where it's just very weird. And Coachella, they have this. Like Coachella, they have this entire thing with their setup, right? That I'm supposed to believe for some rhyme or reason it's better than maybe my favorite streamer setup, right? Or maybe my favorite streamer's vlogging setup, right? But it's supposed to kind of convey this idea of professionalism. Maybe like they think that telling everybody that everything's all exclusive makes it more intriguing, like shall I say intriguing, but it really just makes it seem like it's just like a stupid club. Like that's all. It's just like a stupid club, because they don't even do this thing where they release performances and they don't even do this thing anymore. Like there's like this amazing performance that you have to watch because of X, Y, and Z. No, 9 times out of 10 it's like, hey, Tyler was at Coachella. Hey, this artist that you guys all love was at Coachella. It's never like, a 6'1" pick him up, did this amazing breakout performance, and he has an album on the way in 2 weeks. It's never some shit like that. So I don't really understand what the point of Coachella is. I think Coachella and Rolling Loud, I think they have a lot more opportunity than they realize to really break and really, cultivate new acts and new artists. But they don't really do that. They kind of just stick to the classics. They're like the radio. That's what it is. They're like the radio company. They're like the radio stations of festivals. Like no streaming. It's just, I don't know. Like even niggas I despise. Like I'm not a big fan of Neon. He's a troll. He's a rage baiter. He has confessed to people that he genuinely plays a character. Like everything he does is just in character. He's not the best person to interact on one of his vlogs, right? But even he said like, bro, like this is mad fucking like prehistoric. Like why am I not allowed to stream? These tickets are $20,000. $20,000. I can't bring my fucking camera in here, nigga. Like, listen, Lollapalooza, and again, like even kind of going into like a summer jam, right? Like these are all things that are supposed to be somewhat accessible to the public, at least a little bit. Like you're taking up all this fucking free space, giving all these artists all this money. You're bringing all this tourism to this state, to this city more specifically. There are so many things that could go in to a community revitalization through the acts of a Coachella, right? Through the acts of Rolling Loud. But for some reason it's never really talked about. With OVS Fest rolled around and they did like a date shorter. OVS Fest rolled around and they only did 3 out of the 4 dates are there's supposed to be this massive thing for Coachella, but they told us we couldn't bring our sweaters that we took 4 years getting to. It's like it's always some weird shit with these festivals, and I don't know. I never really could understand it. I choose to actively stay in the house, so I'm not so I'm not getting the No, I choose to actively stay in the house, so I'm not getting infected, by the chemtrails. But, aside from me fucking around, I think concerts are fun. Concerts are cool. I don't know what the fuck is going on. This place in the music game is, I just feel like being used to its full potential. Maybe that's just me, but I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird. I'm not a big fan of it. Again, there is some UFC stuff that I could be talking about, but guess who made a surprise appearance at UFC? Yeah, Yeah, not fucking talking about UFC. That was everything for my weekly world report. This is officially number 2. I don't know if I should number these things. I think maybe I should. I don't know if aesthetically that's what I want, but you know, we're gonna hammer that out. We're hammer that out in shop. I hope all of you have a great one. Have you catch this whenever you catch this. This is your boy Cappy. I do have some other stuff going up. There isn't going to be a review for SmackDown. I'll let all you know that right now. There is no review for SmackDown. Because SmackDown's buns, chat. So maybe I'll do some highlights. hey, I'll do a 3-second cliff notes before the collision review tomorrow. But that's it. That's all we're gonna get. Well, tonight, I guess it's not tomorrow. Whatever, I'll work that out and shop as well. Yes, we are going to be wrapping this up. All right. I do have other things on the way. So as I always say, all right. I hope you all stay tuned, stay safe, and stay beautiful. Peace.